Hi, Gordon from Clipper Service here. Today I'm going to show how to repair a Honda Miimo HRM40 motor. Could be that it works for bigger motors too, but I don't really know that right now. And it's also used in the Bosch Indego. This motor is it's not good in the gears, so I'll try to fix that. This is a pretty cheap motor. It's not meant to last so long, so it's the bearing is really a joke. It's journal bearings, not ball bearings, so it wears out, and yeah, the gears get worn out because of that. So what I have made is a new bearing housing with ball bearings instead. It should fit 100% with an old shaft to keep the cost a little bit low, and also this is really hard to take out, this hub here. I tried once, but it was not so successful, but it could be done from the other side to not take this away. So I tried to show you. We hope it will work good. The parts is here. New gears, 2 pins, middle gears. We also have plastic gears if it's needed, but I don't think it's needed here, because here you can really feel that metal sound. That's the problem. Yep. We'll see which tools is needed. Loctite's good. 2mm hex for this new bolts here. Some small Torx PH1 screwdriver is needed, and PH2 is needed here too, I see. And we here have some bigger hex here. You can have a driver too, but yeah, I have some different things here. Yes, I think this is pretty easy fix. This is plastic threads here, so this don't sit as hard as on the other motors from like Husqvarna and Gardena. So let's try to do this. We take this four away, take away the motor, and I press down a little bit so I don't slip on the threads on this. So this we reuse because it's plastic screws, and it's okay to reuse this. So, and this connector should be on the round side here. You can remember that later. Oops. Here's the motor. Feels good. Plastic gears, they look okay in shape. No problem with the holes getting big, or they're not bad. Sometimes they go bad. I don't really know why sometimes and why not other times. Here's the piece that holds the plastic. Should never be a problem with this when you have a washer underneath. It's stuck, so now we take these long screws. Could be that you have to have some hammer on it a little bit to get to loosen up a little bit. And if you have problems here, drill out the heads, and then you can take away this metal part here, and then you can take it with the pliers later, or put this in a vise, this remaining piece of the screws. So now the first parts could be taken away. So this is how it looks. It's the gears is at the angle inside here. Goes together with that. It's 3-stage planetary gearbox. First stage is plastic gears because it turns so quick. Plastic, it's really low load on the gears, so plastic is okay to use. And after this is this plate here, and now we can take away the rest of the gears. And this is how it looks. Following this, you have the metal, some bigger metal gears, and this sits on top of that, and that this with the plastic gears stick into that. That's how it works. And then closest to the wheels there are smaller gears, and they are a little bit worn. The holes are worn inside. Maybe you don't see it, but the pins and holes are worn, so they can wobble here. That's not good, so they need to be changed. So then we take out them. Then they got thrown away. Also washer here. So here is the real issue with this motor, but this won't happen if the bearings are good, but I'll show you what's the problem. This gear here is really bad. No cogs left. So it's worn out. It's because of the wheel bearing is a bad design. But I'll show you how to fix that. Then it should be no problem with that anymore. The gears is also much better. So and this plastic inner gear here is no problem with this. It looks good inside. So, but we take the cleaning part later. Now we do the funny stuff. Here's how it looks with the pins without the gears. Now this is a little bit hard to take apart, as I said before. This aluminium piece, maybe you could do a thread here and push it out, but I tried to do it, but it got ruined. So the thing is, you have these bolts here, and you put it like this, so you can rest the vise on these screws. Then you take like a 5mm hex like this or something like that, and you push in the middle here, on that. Then you hammer it out, and now it should go out the axle, but not the normal way. So now you get it out. The problem with this is that the plastic gets a little bit ruined, but there's no other way to do it. So what we do, and this plastic, we have some shims here. You can throw it away. It's not needed anymore. And here you have seal and clip. I take away the clip. I can do it with a small screwdriver too. I have this tool. I will take this away. This is also really, there's no good tension on it. You can feel that it's hardly seals anything. And here's some old hair. Take away the hair. And we have this new seal. And take some grease in the hole, and I assemble it with the spring side towards the gearbox. So it's a little bit odd way to do this, but I can't get the aluminium part off, so and I take this again. Maybe you can push it on again with the fingers only. Screwdriver like this. So now it's in there, and you can see here that the axle has some wear, not extreme wear, but you can see that where the bushing has been laying out on it. But it doesn't really matter, because the new housing here, it's a little bit longer, so it doesn't lay on the same surfaces. So now it's with this one, it's really stiff and can't bend. I'll show you this now. Now we have this. This is out. And here is a small plastic washer. We'll see if we need, if we can fit it. So they're sitting pretty hard, so starting with this machine is not best option. So now it's away. So okay, maybe you can see it. The plastic gets a little bit broken inside here, but you still have the surface to have the seal, but it's the stop, inside stop, that goes breaking, but that's no big issue. we don't really need that. So now it's time to we can compare this. This is the smart thing with my design, because originally this is the original here. You don't have any roller bearings. You have this some metal, brass, bronze bushing that wears out the axle, so it slips all the time, so you don't have any bolts inside. So I've made this instead. Much better. Of course more expensive, but you have roller bearings replacing the plain bearings, so then you don't have the problem with the gears getting at the angle when you wear it out. So now it's time to install this. So see how this works. Should be like this, and time to install the screws again. A little bit Loctite only on the end. You don't need that much, but some is needed, otherwise it can work itself out. You don't want that. Oops. So now it's upgraded with this ball bearing system here. Pretty easy. It's time to assemble this. Then we only push this in. And you can push the seal a little bit in more if you like, so it's more flush with the surface here. So as you see, you don't need the plastic things in there. Let's see if we need these plastic parts here. I don't think so, but let's check. Yeah, we can use this plastic part here. Looks like it works. I don't really know how tight the installation was, because this is the first time I try to do this, but I think this will work really good. Now it's time to change these pins. They also got some wear, so we change them out, and we do like this in the vise. And then we have to have a really small something pushing in the middle. This is a Torx T8 bits, and I push this out with that. So now they're out. Time to press in some new. Most important is that you don't crash this metal part, because it's can be a little bit not that strong. So if you install it at the right angle, then it's no problem. So be a little bit careful when you press it in that you enter at a good angle. So we don't hurt this. Oops. And it must be in the bottom. Otherwise the gears won't fit when you try to install everything later. So now they're inside there. So now it's time to install this. Now I have the small plastic washer on top there. Then I put it together here, and I try take this, or yeah, something like this, so we don't push the pins, then it could be a problem. Oh, now I feel that it's in the bottom. So now it's ball bearing instead, really stiff compared with before. And then it's time to assemble some stuff here. Now we take the gears, the satellite gears. You clean it a little bit here. Don't clean it, you grease it up a little bit, I mean. And then we have these small gears. So now that is installed like that, looking good. Now it's time to clean out this inner gear here. This wasn't that dirty, but should be some metal particles inside here, so better we do it. It's white spirit, this fluid here, works good for cleaning gears and old grease. And I check if there are some, I see some particles inside here, but it looks nice and clean. No problem. Now it's this gear that is really worn out. That's going to be replaced. Then take the vise here, and then you tighten it almost all the way in. And then we take this 5mm hex, and you be a little bit careful about this metal piece so you don't crack it. So, but if you take a little bit slow in the middle here, it's no problem. So here you see the one gear, you see some in the root of the gear, you see that it's still nice like as it should be, but if you compare this, it's a really big difference. Yes, and I always clean this hole a little bit out because it's greasy and dirty. So then I clean the new gear too, to be sure. I put some Loctite on it. Shouldn't really be needed, but do it like that anyhow. Now it's time to push it in. And you do it like this in the vise. So get away the rest of the Loctite. So now it looks much better. You can install it, take some more grease here in the center, because we don't want it to happen again. Like that. You can, yeah, I almost forgot this. It's the washer with the biggest hole. Should be installed first, because it's the biggest gear, so to say. So then I install that. So so now it's time for this, and it has two sides. One is a little bit like you see, this fits perfectly down here, and I install it like that. So then we have these gears. The middle gears, the bigger metal gears, should be reused. They are never bad. I'll take this white spirit bath I have here. They were not that dirty, so it's no big problem. So then sorry for that. Then I take some grease in the middle here too, something like that. Now this washer, it has a little bit bigger diameter than the one that's going to the motor side, so that it should fit there. And then we have this part that holds the plastic gears. So now it's clean. it's installed over this washer here. So see, works like so. Now it's time for this to be installed. Some cleaning here too with a toothbrush. So we don't want to have some metal particles inside here. It's better we do this in a good way. So, nice and clean. I will install it. We have two metal cutouts here that should fit here, like that. And then it's time to take the long screws. We take this first because I have a special thing I used to do. So it's better to have this clean, and if you do this right, this should last without problems. So do it like this, clean it up. And we blow some compressor. So now they're nice and clean. Then I take some more grease on this. Doesn't really matter which side is up, but I do the same. They have some marking in the plastics. I take it the same way. So now it's working good again. I used the gears to center the. This could be a little bit to the left and right, but if I turn the gears before I fasten these screws, then I know it's gets a good centration on this, so it turns as good as possible. Now it's time for these 2mm screws. It feels better with this stainless steel screws than original steel with the hex instead of the Phillips. Before I turn it fully on, I spin it a little bit, then I know it's centered. Then I take the last torque of the screws. Now it's held in place. Take it slow here, don't crush the plastic, only hold it a little gently. I always do like this. I feel when it starts to tighten, and I take like a quarter turn, then I know it's correct tension on it. So when it starts to stop, and I quarter turn. So now the last piece here, the washer towards the motor side. So put it in here, then it's centered. So then the connector towards this, take a little bit more grease here just to be sure. Generally the plastic gears don't need that much lubrication, but yeah, if it's too much it will be pushed out, so it's no problem. Now last steps, PH1 installation. To be sure that nothing happens, we take a little bit of Loctite here too, so we don't have it falling away later. So now this motor is finished. Now it should be lasting like 10 times longer than the original one, original motor. And if you want, you maybe could push this seal a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. You can take like a cutting blade here, adjust it a little bit maybe if you want, but now nothing comes in between here. So I hope you like this. I know this motor is really cheap, so you don't save that much to do the repair, but otherwise the plus is that it should be lasting like 10 times longer than the original ones, because now it's really stiff here in the bearings and you have better seal. So if you do this, it should have a motor outlasting the machine. And as you've seen, it's a half an hour work, no big deal to do it. Yeah, so I hope somebody buys something, because yeah, it would be nice, because I have invested some thinking about how to do the bearing system good, and this aluminium parts instead of this is cost some money to make, and to a lot of thought to make it perfect as it is now. So please, if you like it, go ahead and upgrade your motors to this, because original, as you see, is a really crappy design that doesn't last many thousand hours, maybe 1,000 or something. So this is a customer to me that asked, can't you do anything for this? Maybe it's only the plastic gears. And then I got the motor, then I saw, no, it's not the plastic gears, it's the steel gears, so it's a little bit more complicated. And I was thinking how to do this better, but this design, you can't do anything with this, because no bearing fits this, so you have to have a new bearing housing or machine it out to bearings. But this is the best thing I could think of, and I really hope you like it too. So if you like it, please order some if you want a sustainable machine that works a long time. I guess some people have changed out motors, so you have old motor laying around that is garbage, so to say. So take your time and repair the old motors, then you have good motors to change to, then you know it will work a long time. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Plastic gears is also available, and please subscribe to my channel and like it if you like it. So thank you very much. This is my solution how to make this better. I don't really like this throwaway style, this thinking that Bosch and Honda has, to only sell new parts all the time. It's better to repair and have a long-term solution. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Bye bye.